Myself, Dr. Anju Singh, I'm presenting my study titled Barrier to Cervical Screening Among HPV Vaccinated Women in Low Resource Settings. Primary prevention through HPV vaccination and secondary prevention through screening are integral component of cervical cancer elimination programs. Routine screening, even after HPV vaccination, is recommended. Understanding the barriers for non-participation in cervical screening after HPV vaccination can contribute to development of targeted intervention in low and middle income countries. So this study aimed to evaluate compliance for cervical screening after HPV vaccination and to determine the barrier for non-compliance. It was a prospective observational study. 1,000 unmarried girls aged 10 to 18 years received quadrivalent HPV vaccine in 2009 to 2010 as a part of an Indian multicentric trial to evaluate the safety and efficacy of 2 versus 3 dose regime. This cohort was followed for 11 years. First cervical sampling was advised 18 months after marriage or 6 months after delivery, whichever was earlier. Cervical samples were collected at the health center. Participants who did not came to the health center were offered home collection with the option of self-sampling. Descriptive analysis of the data was done. Our study showed that out of 1,000 unmarried girls who were vaccinated, 463 got married over a period of 11 years of follow-up, and 409 were eligible for the first cervical sample. However, out of these 409, 337 participants, that is 82.3%, came for the first cervical sampling and 72 were non-compliant. 171 samples were collected at the health center and 163 were collected at the home. However, none preferred self-sampling. Regarding the mode of motivation for the cervical sampling, majority of the participants, that is 76.2%, came after the personal motivation. 13.95 participants came after personal as well as telephonic motivation. 9.1% participants came after telephonic motivation, and only 2 participants came on their own without any motivation. Then we evaluated the socio-demographic factors for the non-compliance to the cervical screening. Out of 72 participants who were non-compliant, 23 had migration after marriage, that is, they had non-accessibility to the cervical sampling. 21 had lack of family support, and 14 had self-refusal. 9 were pregnant. 3 could not come because of COVID pandemic, and one had was on treatment for infertility, and one had busy duty hours. So we could see that the non-accessibility and psychological barrier, which included lack of family support and self-refusal, were main reason for the non-compliance. In the lack of family support, uh, the influence of the mother was seen in majority of the patient, that is 57.1% cases. The patient had self-refusal because of fear of pain, embarrassment, and opinion that such tests are not needed. And secondly, there was lack of family support because of fear of disclosure to in-laws. They had the opinion that it may affect childbearing, and such tests are unnecessary. The result of our study are supported by the similar study in literature also. So we can conclude that uh, despite the lot of counseling, the psychological barrier and non-accessibility are main cause of non-compliance in the low and middle income countries. So the targeted intervention for increased compliance to cervical screening must include awareness session even among educated females, involvement of family members during awareness and counseling session, reinforcing importance of cervical screening at the time of HPV vaccination, increase accessibility and digital linkages, especially to the rural areas, and use of mass media for adoption of self-sampling. Thank you.